All right, everyone, thanks for being here. I'm so glad that we have a big group of you here today. So for those of you who haven't been here before, this is our live Special News New York webinar, Fridays, 11 a.m. We'll keep doing this until you hear otherwise. So this link you can find on our Facebook page, and we do have all Sony staff has this link, so if for whatever reason you need the link ahead of time, just let us know. Just we want to make sure that everyone got links. I know I got a few emails or quick texts from people just now that have it, so you can ask a day or two ahead of time for the link, but it will be posted on Facebook. So I just wanted to touch base. I hope everyone is doing okay in quarantine. I know this is a real weird time. I know for myself this week, I feel like it kind of finally hit me where I was like, all right, I'm stuck in this apartment for, a little while. And I feel like, I feel like I had a pretty positive attitude for the past couple of weeks. And I know I've heard from a few athletes and a few staff members that kind of feel the same. It can be a little tough. So I think what's really nice today is we'll kind of go through our agenda. We have some different things happening today. So I'm gonna take you through a quick, fun dance move. There's a hip hop public health resource that's online that's really cool. So I'm gonna show you a quick dance move. It's fun, and they have a ton of cool videos. I was looking through them these past couple weeks. So we'll go through that. We have Loretta Claiborne here. Loretta, give us a little wave. So Loretta is here. She's our Chief Inspiration Officer and board member from Special Olympics International. She's here to kind of talk for a couple minutes just to say, hey, give us her 2 cents on how she's doing and how she's keeping a positive mindset at home. And then we'll jump into a cool mindfulness and movement exercise. We have Candace Baugh here today, who's actually one of our Strong Minds clinical directors. And we have Rose Adams here, who's an occupational therapist that is also here to bring us through some movement exercises. So I think it's actually the perfect time for this. I was on the phone with them yesterday. I just think it's a great time for us to do a cool mindfulness exercise to kind of get us into a nice mental state. I know we're all kind of in the same boat right now, so we're gonna do something like that. And then Rose is gonna take us through some cool movement exercises that you can keep in mind to do on a daily basis just to help you feel a little bit. So let's get into our hip hop public health dance move. Bear with me, I'm going to play the video. So just give me a thumbs up if you hear it, and then I'd like if you guys could all turn your cameras on. I see that most of your cameras are on. We unfortunately can't unmute any of you guys just for security purposes. We unfortunately had a hack a few weeks ago, if any of you guys experienced that. So bear with us. Please keep your video on because that's how we can engage and I can see all of you on these videos. And if you could just do this hip hop dance move along with me. So let me open that up real quick. Let's see, we're gonna share my. Here we go. Do we all see the video I'm showing? Can you give me a thumbs up? Great. All right, let's do this together.
What's up, everybody? I'm LaShawn.
And I'm Mark.
And we are breaking it down. Today we're gonna do the yes bounce. Yes. And you can do this seated like my boy Mark, or you can do it standing up. Either way. Yes, and you can just breathe, relax for a second. You're gonna take your head up and down like you're saying yes. But right here you go, up, down, yes, up and down, saying yes, up, down, okay, and down. Good, make sure you bring that chin down, right, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying yes, and yes, good, Good. Get to feel the rhythm of that head there. Then you're gonna go a little bit faster. And down, down, down. What? Okay, yes. And down. Pull it down. Good. Stay right here. Feel the beat. Now we're gonna do it 4 times. Gonna look that way when you go. And you're 4, 3, 2. Other side and 4, 3, 2, and go. You just walked in the room and what they say?
Yes.
And 4, 3. Let's go 2 each side. And 1, 2, and 1, 2. Good. Keep moving. What you're saying? Yes, I'm great. And yes, I'm fabulous. And yes. Give me 2 more right here. Make it good. Let me see that last one. What? Good job. You just did the yes bounce. Have a great day. Keep dancing.
I like that. I feel like it gets us in a good mood. I feel like it's a cool move if you guys are bored today. Want to show someone a new dance move? Keep it fun. All right, so let me do actually a quick poll. Let me get into my PowerPoint again. Okay. Now, I got a quick poll. Let me see what I got here. Our question is, what do you do to relieve your anxiety? So I'm going to launch this poll. Do you do deep breathing exercise, meditation, exercise, an art project? Do you talk to someone? Do you write in a journal? Or do you listen to music? Those are just a few options. I know some of you do other things. I was trying to think of most of the options. But if you do one of these things, go ahead and check it off. What do you do to relieve stress or anxiety? This is a stressful time for most of us. It's just a weird time being stuck at home. So what do you guys tend to do? And I know some of you do, maybe all of you, or a few of these things, but what do you do the most? I'll give you guys another sec. I see we have about 75% voted. Okay, let's see what our results are. Okay, it looks like most is exercise and listening to music. That sounds about right. I feel like I know a ton of you are exercising. You've been utilizing a lot of our virtual videos, the videos on our YouTube channel. I know a lot of us have been talking to people, whether it's the people you're stuck in your house or apartment with, or on these virtual Zoom meetings and things. And I know music can be awesome, right? Just to play some music, just like we did just now, this morning, just to get yourselves in a cool mindset. Okay, so let's move into next up is Loretta Claiborne. So Loretta, I see you. I think you're all set. We are going to open up your mic and I'm going to mute myself. Welcome, Loretta.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Set.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Loud and clear.
Yes, it's a rough time. I have to be a little quiet because my friends that I'm staying with, she's actually on a Zoom call too. So I'm in the place where other people are meeting. So what I mostly do during this tough time is, number one, I try to exercise and I try to just meditate, do deep breathing before I go to bed at night. I get on the elliptical. I live in the city. It's basically with the coronavirus, you're not supposed to be around people, so I try not to stay around people. So I'm grateful that these friends invited me to stay here with them. So I've been here almost a month. But what I normally do is do something I like, and I hope that each and every one of you look at some of the old activities you used to do. Do you used to draw? Did you used to paint or knit or You can't get to a swimming pool, those are closed, but you can walk. My friend and I, they have dogs. We go out walking. I go out running. I go to the little town. It's a little small town that I'm in. I'm basically in the country. So I try to do things to relieve myself physically, but also mentally. You try to get some breathing exercises in or just sit and meditate. And you don't need a special chair to do that. You can just sit in your chair quietly, close your eyes, breathe in deep. And I used to be a martial artist, so I use breathing exercise. I might sit there and just close my eyes. Those days of martial arts. And then I might come up and just do that really gets your lungs open up and it's good for the endorphins that's in your body. Breathing is really good during this time because this particular sickness does break down into the lung. So I think about things like that. I am a person, I like to keep up with the news. So I do watch the news and I do worry because I worry about people with intellectual disability, same as us, that we have those same rights if one of us would get sick. But one of the other things I do, I like to knit. I'm blessed to have a talent, and right now I'm knitting these little inserts for women who lose their breast during breast cancer. And the same thing is, I like to knit preemie hats for premature babies. Those are babies who are born too early and too small. So think about some of the things that you used to do, and maybe you can go back and, refresh that talent or something like that. Another thing I like to do is listen to music. I'm not a big dancer, but I like to get on the elliptical while I'm here because the roads are bad. I can't run as much. So my friends take me into town where I can run, and I try to be positive through this whole thing. And I believe in God, and I'll tell you this. I make him number one. And every time I start to feel down, I just sit back, think of a song in my head, and try to be positive. And I have a couple songs that are very, very near and dear to me. And I'm sure our athletes love to do the same thing. So I'm hoping that you're staying active, talking to people is number one. Having a friend or somebody, whether it's on the computer or on the phone or what have you, that is a big help. Talking to somebody. And if you have feelings about this, have somebody that you could talk to that understands what you're talking about. So those are my things that I do to stay positive. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I see everyone clapping. Thank you so much for hopping on. Thank you for being here. You're an inspiration to athletes everywhere, and it's so nice to hear about a few of the things that you're trying to do at home yourself. I think it's nice to hear when you're doing similar things to some of the other people I've heard of. I feel like when I'm sitting here doing deep breathing, I can think about Loretta doing that herself and over where you are. And we can kind of, when you're doing these things for yourselves, think about how many other people across the globe right now, but, right in New York where we are, that are trying to do the same things. And who knows, I know a lot of you have been experimenting with the phone calls and with the virtual meetings and things, but when you're with your teams on these virtual calls, maybe you could try even just some of these deep breathing exercises together, or teach each other how to do some of these projects. So thank you so much, Loretta, for hopping on and talking to us. Okay, so let's get into our next activity. So I have Candace Baugh here. She's one of our Strong Minds clinical directors. So some of you may have seen Candace at one of our Special Olympics competitions. She's been to a few of our state games, the David Center. She's located in our Hudson Valley region. Give me a hands up, Hudson Valley region. All right, cool. And then we also have Rose Adams joining her. Rose Adams is an occupational therapist. She's based out of Westchester, and she's an expert in leading, especially individuals with special needs, but all individuals through exercises to help with movement and to kind of clear your mind and feel good. So let's hop into it. I know Candace and Rose, I see you on, so I'm going to mute myself and we'll hop over to Candace first.
Good morning, and thanks so much. Is Miss Claiborne or Loretta? I don't know if I've met you, but hi. Thanks so much for the things you said. Those are exactly the things we're going to talk about today, just in a little bit more detail. And a lot of you, how many people have been through Strong Minds at a Special Olympics event before? Have you guys done that with the pinwheels? Usually people remember the pinwheels. So we're going to talk a little bit about mindful breathing today. There's also from yesterday something posted on mindfulness. So anybody interested in closing their eyes and kind of just meditating like Loretta was talking about could go on the YouTube channel from yesterday and look at that. But today in person, or virtually in person, I guess, we're going to talk about breathing. So I think a lot of athletes are aware that breathing is pretty important. But it really has been scientifically proven to help us calm down. So just like when you're feeling calm and your breath is like a gentle wind, I think they talk about that at the Strong Minds event, you can have breath that can become fast and big and kind of scary. So what we're going to do today is to practice noticing when our breath needs to be slowed down. We can notice that. And we can practice deep breathing. So let's just do that all together now. So I'm going to demonstrate how, kind of like Loretta did. We're just going to go through it again. I might add a little bit more detail. So sit mindfully. That means with your spine straight. And see if you can relax parts of your body that feel tense. And you can imagine you have your pinwheel if you want to from Strong Minds. Now what I want you to do first is to breathe in through your nose slowly and out through your mouth. If you're imagining your pinwheel, it would be blowing now. Breathe in through your nose slowly again. And breathe out. Let's try one more time. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. So if we do this kind of belly breathing a few times, we know that it can help calm us down. Later, if you have access to a mirror, you can actually put your hand on your belly, breathe in, and make sure you see your belly moving out. And then breathe out, and your belly should be moving in. So you can check and make sure you're doing the really deep breathing that can help us slow down. I want to try one more breathing exercise today. This one is called worry bubbles. So it's breathing and thinking. So the same way, mindfully with your spine straight and try to relax your body. And this time you can imagine you're holding a bubble wand. I actually have one. I stole my son's. So I don't have to imagine mine, but imagine you're holding one. And breathe in deeply again through your nose. And breathe out. Breathe in. And out. When you breathe out, imagine that you breathe out a bubble. And this time I want you to think of something that you have worried about, a worry. And now when you breathe in, think of that worry. And when you breathe out, blow a bubble. And put that worry in the bubble and let it float away. And you can keep trying this when you feel worried. Keep blowing your worries out. Give yourself some time to blow them out and then continue with your day. And that's all the breathing exercises we have for today. I think the next thing we're going to review is movement with Rose Adams.
Thank you, Candace. And thank you so much, Leanne, for having me. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all. I know thumbs up means that you can hear me and see me okay. Thank you so much for having me. So like Leanne said, I'm an occupational therapist. I'm very, very passionate about working with people and just helping people to be just balanced and teaching you ways to support your body and to feel balanced. We are athletes, so the most important thing is making sure that our senses are well balanced. Most of us know about the 5 senses, right? But no one really talks about the remaining 3. Yeah, there are 3 more, especially important for athletes. One is called the body position sense. That is movement through your muscles, right? And your joints. Beautiful job. I love that you're moving with me. Thank you. Okay. The other sense is called your movement sense. It gives your brain an idea of where your head is moving in space. Athletes use this all the time, right? You're moving, you're running, you're jumping, you're rolling, okay? That's your movement sense. The third sense that no one really talks about is called your internal organ sense. Very important. That is a sensation of when you need to use the bathroom, okay? Thirst, when you're thirsty, hungry, rest, when you actually need to sleep or take a break, breathing, like Candace did and Loretta spoke about as well. Breathing is important, recognizing when your breathing is too fast, what that means, and when your breathing is a little bit slow, and how to bring your breathing down. So keep those 3 senses in mind. And again, the goal is to help you keep those senses well balanced. 1, because you are athletes, and 2, connecting with the strong minds that you most are all familiar with. For example, we'll go through some movement exercises, as in strong stretching. And once you are well balanced with your senses, you also feel better. Okay, you're more productive, and it helps us to be better at what we do as athletes. Okay, so the next thing that I'll speak about is we'll go into some movement, some exercises. Okay, we'll go through 5 very, very simple movement activities that you can do at home. You can do it before an event. These can be done every day. It's less than 3 minutes, okay? The first one is called the toe touches. However, if you're sitting down, it's okay. What you would do is you'll move away from your desk if you're sitting, okay? So your arms are extended in front of you, and you will have enough space to kind of go down. I will stand. If you are able to stand with me, you can stand. If you just bear with me, I'm gonna shift my computer so you can kind of see me this way. Okay, move my chair out of the way. So the toe touches implies arms above your head, right? And you're gonna slowly, the key is slowly, go down towards your toes or towards your lap if you're seated. That's 1. Come back up slowly, okay? And back down. 2, you're doing fantastic. Come back up. Back down. 3, and if you can't touch your toes, that's okay. As far as you can go. Okay, come back down for number 4. 4, last one. Come up and come back down. And that is 5, okay? So you're stretching your back, your arms, your legs. You're targeting all those senses that we spoke about, right? The movement sense, the body position sense, okay? The next thing we can also do in standing, I shifted my computer so you can kind of see me over there, but if you're sitting down, it's okay. Same thing as before, move your seat away from your desk, and you're gonna use your hands on a table in front of you, if you have one, okay? It's called the wall pushes or the table pushes, okay? I'm gonna go over to my wall. You can see me, thumbs up, yes? Okay, we'll do 10 wall pushes, okay? I'm gonna start, and you're gonna bend those elbows and push out. That's 1, okay? Just find something stable and push out. 2, beautiful job. You guys are doing wonderful. Push out. 3, push in, push out. 4, 5, beautiful job, everyone. 6, again, the key is to add pressure to your hands and your arms, okay? 7, almost there. 8, looking good. 2 more. 9, again, you can use your table or a desk. Last one, push out, and 10. Nice work, everyone. And the remaining 3, we can actually do this while seated or standing. Okay, so I'm gonna sit for the other 3. Okay. All right, then the other one, I love. I call this the shoulder rolls, or the roll. One of my students said this is like the roll your boat shoulder roll. And when we were watching the hip hop public health dance move, I got inspired. It's like a dance move. If you're rolling your shoulders back like that, it's like roll your shoulders back. It's a dance, okay? So what you do is you're gonna raise your shoulders up, push them back, and bring them down. That's a roll, okay? We'll do 10 of those. Ready? And roll. 1, beautiful job. Roll. 2, if it's easier to hold your hand like that, you can do that as well. Okay, whatever you're most comfortable. 3, beautiful job. 4, and for most of us, like myself, your shoulders may be tight. 5, so it feels a little tight. 6, 7, beautiful job. 8, 2 more. Good. 9, again, use your arms if it's helpful. And 10. Fantastic. So those are the shoulder rolls, or the roll your shoulder back is what I like to call it. Okay. And then the other one we'll do is called the neck stretches. Very, very important here. Most of the time when people do neck exercises, they tend to kind of go around in a circle, not the safest position for your necks. Okay. So we're just going to do, beautiful job, Loretta. We're going to do some side neck stretches, very slow. Try not to overstretch. Okay. That's 1. We'll do 5 of these. Okay. 2. Loretta, you beat me to it. 3, that's the next thing I'll do. Yep, you got it. 4, last one, and 5, beautiful job. And now we're gonna stretch our necks up to your ceiling, right, and down to your lap. That'll be 1, back up, down to your lap, nice and slow. 2, the reason why we're going slow, when we go fast with these types of movements, you may feel dizzy. We don't want that, okay? 3, 2 more. Back up to your lap. 4, last one. Back up and down to your lap. 5, and meet me back in the center. Nice work, everyone. Beautiful job. And the last thing we'll do is something that I absolutely love, okay? We're gonna give ourselves a hug, especially in these days with social distancing and, again, feeling stressed and anxious about things. Nothing feels better than to give someone or to give yourself a hug. So what we'll do is, okay, you can cross your arms over like that. If you have someone with you, if you're not able to cross your arms over, a family member or a friend can do this for you by just adding the same kind of pressure to your arms, okay? So we'll start up here, and you're gonna just add nice deep squeezing pressure all the way down, right? From shoulders to forearms to hands, and hold, okay? We'll do 3 sets of those. Let's do that again. Let's cross over, nice squeezes, even squeezes, like a squeeze, squeeze, keep going, keep going. I love how Candace is rocking. You can rock that hug because rocking makes you feel good. It's organizing, good. And 1 more set, 1 more, cross over, okay? 1, 2, I love that, Loretta. You got the moves going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, into the hands, squeeze and relax. Okay, again, deep pressure is so important, especially that hugging. For most of us, if you did this, you probably feel better. You feel like, oh, this was amazing, because what happens is that deep pressure, the hugging, releases all the feel-good chemicals, like Loretta mentioned. It makes you feel like, oh my goodness, this feels amazing, so relaxed. So being mindful to kind of give yourself these hugs with these exercises. Those are 5 things that you can do at home to keep your senses and your body well balanced. So that's the toe touches or the arm raises, wall pushes or table pushes, okay, that's okay. Shoulder rolls, or I call it the roll your shoulder back, could be a dance. Your neck stretches, right? The key is to not go in circles, but side to side, up and down. And lastly, what was the self hugs? Okay, beautiful. And before I end, just giving you 5 simple tips to keep our bodies well balanced at home. Keep moving, right? When we're home, we tend to kind of want to just sit down and just be sedentary. We're watching our shows, relaxing. It's easier. I love that. Knitting, yes, keep moving. Even if you're just moving your hands, amazing. Find something to do with your whole bodies. Keep those senses balanced, whether you're doing housework, laundry, cooking with a family member, organizing items, you know, your bookshelves, your closet, yard work, anything you want to do. If you're watching TV, just time your TV time. If it's after 30 minutes or an hour of watching television, get up for a quick walk break to the bathroom or something. The next tip is stay hydrated. Please, please, please keep drinking water. Sometimes we forget to feed that third sense, that internal organ sense, and we need to keep those going. So stay hydrated. Most of the time using something that's cold. So colder beverages are more alerting than warmer beverages. So they feel better to your body if it's cold than warm. Snack it up. Stay snacking, healthy snacks. Our bodies need to be fueled while we're at home as well. And because you guys are athletes, we want to do that as well. The fourth tip is sleep. Make sure we're getting adequate sleep. And it may be hard. And also, if we're using our technology, which we are these days more than ever before, we want to be mindful to maybe turn off the computer or get off our cell phones at least 30 minutes, a half an hour before bed. You want to give your brain time to rest as well. And the final thing is have fun. What's the point if it's not fun, right? So just do something fun for yourself. Loretta, you mentioned that. Do something fun for you, something that you enjoy, even if it's once a week at minimum. Anything. Write a book, a poem, dance, whatever it is. Remember to have fun. And thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure being with you all today. Thank you.
Rose. Those are all really helpful tips. As you can do those in a couple minutes. So I'm going to try to remember those, to do those. And I love that you said just to have fun. This is telling me. Can you hear me? Okay. Just to have fun. I think it's important. I have a puzzle out on my table right now just to focus for a few seconds on something else, to use your brain and walk outside, whatever it is to do that's fun for you. And then Candace, just give me a thumbs up. Did you have something else you wanted to talk about, or you're good? Oh, one more thing. Okay, we're gonna go move right over to Candace.
I think we skimmed over this. I just wanted to emphasize social support. So just like you guys who are athletes have been through the Strong Minds and probably talked about strong support where you reach out to help someone, if you are ever feeling stressed, you find you're not having fun for a little bit, think about a friend that you miss or somebody from your team that you can reach out to. Maybe it's someone that you can get their email from another team member, or maybe you already have their email or their phone number, and think about one person you can reach out to, because it's for you to help you feel better when you talk to them, but also it'll help them feel better. So you guys can help each other. So just a reminder that we're not alone during this, and we all have each other. And thanks so much for your time. Stay well, be safe.
So much, Candace. And I know, just keep in mind right now, maybe even just today, if there's someone, it's such a good idea to be reaching out. If even just take a second right now to think of one person that you've been meaning to talk to, one person that you'd like to reach out to today, whether it's, someone that you talk to on a regular basis or someone you haven't spoken to in a while. But maybe, if you have a piece of paper right next to you, or just take a mental note and just remember that one person that maybe that could be an assignment today or this weekend. Okay, and then I just have, we have Stacy Hengsterman, our President and CEO, on the line. She wants to just say hey, and then we'll come back to me for a couple of reminders.
Thanks, Leanne. Good morning, everybody. Oh, no, I don't want to see my face. I want to see all of your faces. Good morning. Thank you so much to Rose and Candace, and of course to our wonderful Loretta. I was so excited to see you guys this morning and to see Loretta. It was like Christmas Eve last night. I couldn't sleep because I was looking forward to seeing you and hearing from you, Loretta. We just feel so blessed that you were here with us and love you so much. So thank you for doing that. We hope that you make this a regular Friday for you. And to everybody else, I think that this is hard. And I know that everybody's having a hard time, and I'm having a hard time some days too. But we have something that nobody else has, and we have each other. We have this great organization, and we're getting better and better. And we're teaching everybody how to connect we don't want to connect like this, right? Like, it wouldn't be our choice, but now that we're doing it, we're learning so much more. I think we're finding ways. It's kind of nice. I don't want to lose it when this is all over. I mean, I do want to get out there outside and play, don't get me wrong, but I hope that we can all still do that. So I just want you all to know how inspiring you are to me. I think about you every minute of every day and love you, and I'm so proud of you, and thank you for making me feel good, and thank you for this. And Al too, we learned some new things today, Candace and Rose. We just appreciate you. And I like that Rose said sometimes, you know, when you're feeling extra down and you do all those breathings and you all those stretches, try everything and it just still really isn't working, that's the time that you have to reach out to somebody, and you just have to simply say, I'd like to talk, or can I see you? And do it face to face on the phone. And every single time I do that, even when I don't want to do it. Some days I just want to go to bed and eat Tootsie Rolls and Pringles, and I reach out to somebody and it makes me feel better. I wouldn't recommend Tootsie Rolls and Pringles. It was not a good choice for me. So I'm going to pay for that with my exercises today. But I love you and happy Friday. I can't wait to see you again. Please make sure, promise me you'll reach out to each other. Promise me you'll stay connected. And every day is one day closer to it getting better and better. Love you guys. Thank you, Leanne, and to the great team for doing this. You're amazing. Oh, Alex wants to say 1,000 things too, but we'll let him do that another day. So just say bye. No, we're not, can't talk right now. Let's say bye. I'm his mom, so I can shut him up like that. Hey. Bye.
And that's why we're, you know, it's unfortunate on this call that we can't open up mics and we can't have you all talking to each other. We wish that we could do that. So please, our staff can help you set up Ring Central calls if you're not sure how to do that, to set up different virtual calls on your phone, because it can be a little tricky sometimes. So please do that. We're all in this together, and you know, just please, if you need any resources, if you need anything from us, reach out. Check out our webpage. On our resources page, we have all the information for this virtual program. And we'll see you all next Friday. Please tune in next Friday at 11 a.m. And check out for anyone who couldn't attend this will be recorded and this will be on our YouTube channel. So check it out. Thank you, everyone. Have an amazing Friday. So nice to see you all.